Welcome to this topical video. In this episode we are asking the question which factions will be the strongest in 11th edition. Just my predictions here, and you're welcome to leave your own comments and suggestions in the comment section below. I'm pretty convinced what I think will be the strongest faction, and I'll give the reasons for that here in this video. So before we get stuck in, just to mention our sponsors for all things 40k and beyond, it's gamingfigures.com, link for them in the video description below. They'll give you a discount, a deeper discount if your order's large enough, and you can tap into free postage with them as well. And then RW Studios for your painting commissions. Again, I'll leave a link for them below. And then the backdrop that we're using here for this video, one of my favourite setups on the channel. And that's the battle mat from gamemat.eu, and then their pre-made, pre-painted terrain from them as well. So link for them below. There's also a discount code that you can use, which will apply across the store, and they are shipping worldwide. So I've picked 5, I think, just to count down. We're going reverse order, so at the end I'll give you my top choice and the reasons for it. I've got each of the codexes here bar one, because it's one of the factions that I don't have, which I think will be very strong in 11th edition. So to get stuck in, we'll go straight to the first one. So I have the Necron codex here, but this isn't in the top 5. It's honorable mention. Necrons were one of the first codexes to come out for 10th edition. I think they generally weather the storm pretty good, but not good enough, I think, to roll on strong enough into 11th edition. That's just my opinion. I think they'll be okay and they'll be a good faction, but they haven't reached my top 5. But I think at number 5 will be the Death Guard, Chaos Space Marines. They are very, very tough, very, very strong, and I think that will serve them well going into 11th edition. They're going to be arch enemies of the Space Marines. Some exceptionally tough units, some strong rules, hard to kill. It really does make for a faction that will do well in the next edition. So it's been a range that's expanded well and has gained in strength as time's gone on. So Death Guard for sure at number 5. I'd love to hear your top 5, whether you agree with mine. I think most people won't, but you can let us know what your top 5 will be for 11th edition. See if the prediction comes true. Next up is Orks at number 4, because rumour has it it's Space Marines and Orks, and so therefore as sort of the one of the leading factions to be released and updated for 11th edition, surely the Orks will be good. Because Games Workshop are going to want them to be popular, to sell, and so on. There's more than likely to be plenty of new models, and those new models will probably have really good rules, and sort of that shock effect of new edition, revamped faction, really strong, and so surely Orks will be good. So that's at number 4, the Orks, which are okay at the moment. There's some great combinations for them for 10th edition, but I think they'll be pushed up and made stronger at the start of 11th edition. Then next up, I suppose I am biased, I still think the Aeldari are going to be really good for 11th edition. Massive variety of units for them. They have speed on their side, and I can't see how that's going to be slowed down for 11th edition. They can strike really well if they work together as a team. I haven't put them at the top spot. I think it will take a while for players to refine their tactics with the Aeldari and to really get the best use out of them. It'll take time to build up. But I think as time goes on, they'll gain more and more in strength. But I still think they're going to make it into the top 5. So that's number 3 for the Aeldari. Then at number 2, I think this is the most controversial choice, Tau Empire. What served them well is firepower, and if they're able to delete units very swiftly and decisively, then that's going to be a real strength for them. And I think as other players try and adjust their factions and so on, if the Tau can coordinate decent firepower, it's going to make them very strong indeed right from the start. They're equipped with fantastic weapons, and if they can delete armies quickly enough, then surely they'll do well. Put them in at number 2. Maybe controversial, but probably you think there's other factions that should be at the second spot. So that's the top. That's spots 5, 4, 3, and 2. And then the top spot, and I'm adamant about this, is Space Marines. Surely it is the obvious choice. But if you're going to have a new edition of 40k, Space Marines are going to get preferential treatment for everything. They're going to have to be strong to start off with. Games Workshop, I think, will make them strong to set the trend going forwards and the standard to raise the bar going forwards. It'll be Space Marines at the top, and then everyone else will have to play catch up with the Space Marines. That's my prediction. It's the strongest range, the most diverse range, the most popular range. It'll be the spearhead faction for the new edition. There'll be the photo guys at the front and the real advertisement for the new edition of 40k. So therefore, surely Space Marines from the start of 11th will be the strongest. They have to be, and I think it's going to make sense for Games Workshop to make Space Marines super strong, get lots of sales, and then get people really behind the new edition with Space Marines leading the way. So I'm pretty adamant on that one. But maybe you disagree. I'd love to hear what you think. Is there any other factions out there that you think will be strong straight away? I'm talking about the start of 11th edition. So 11th edition arrives, and then what factions are going to be strong right from the start. I've given you my top 5. I'm convinced it's going to be Space Marines will be strongest. I think people will agree, but let us know what you think in the comment section below. And even currently, Space Marines are looking real strong. Currently working on my Imperial Fists, trying to get that army revamped. New units being added in. We've got Captain Lysander, Assault Terminators, Thunderhammers and Storm Shields, real strong units. There's Tor Garradon on the way, one of the characters as well, for the Imperial Fists. And the plan is to get them revamped and ready for 11th edition so that I can bring in a finished, finalised, strong Space Marine list straight away, because I think it's worth the effort. I really am convinced Space Marines will be the top faction. So you can join us with the progress for the Imperial Fists. There's an army development video membership. There's a League Battle Report qualifying game for them, and they've just filmed a new game as well where they are facing off against one of the new factions on the channel as well, 1500 point game. That's all on membership, so you can join us to check out those extra battle reports and content on channel membership. And obviously there's going to be games here and videos on the fists, maybe some painting tutorials as well for the Imperial Fists going forwards also. But that's the top 5. Let us know what you think in the comment section below. If you enjoy this shorter format topical series, then do leave a thumbs up. And then if you're not subscribed, do subscribe to the channel. And then for bonus content, you can join us on channel membership. For all the bonus content, the most popular tier is Aspect Warrior level. That'll give you access to all of our bonus content, including the League Battle Reports. Keep a lookout for more videos on the channel. Thanks for watching. Tune in next time.